All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Oliver. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Oliver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
When you enter the game as the AFC Player of the Week award winner, you expect runs like that and then some.
It was fun to watch him in the opener last week in Week 1. He was spectacular and hoping for more here in Week 2. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Check the hot read. Check 26. Check 26. Check 52.
From the gun, Mayberry. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Pistol. King.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Silver.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check.
Under 10. Regular.
Check three. Kill.
Hurry.
Motion.
I got you.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. From the gun, Mayfield looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down now, it's Oliver, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, Mayberry. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's a carry for Oliver. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mayberry. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Round 7. Steelers nothing.
180.
Check, 59. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
Real. Hurry.
Switch.
Hey, alert 33. 80 weapon. Watch out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Bring it. Safe. 25. Check 25. Alert 3. Check. Fresno. Check 9.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
180. Pistol.
Let's go. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hurry.
Back to pass. Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On the run, it's Oliver. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Throwing on first down. Mayberry eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take this all the way down inside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hurry!
Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's got the tight end, Vanette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Throwing, Jones. Got an open man, it's Washington. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Go out. Go, Jack.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 3rd down, Oliver. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, now they go screen, it's complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
23 yards, the final tally. Mayfield now from the 50. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And McManus able to put it through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Open man, it's Vannett. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jones, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones, and he fires one, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Jones throwing on 4th down. This one complete to Lacy. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, kill, kill.
At the 37-yard line.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey.
Regular.
Joker, Joker. Joker, Joker.
Hurry.
Staying open.
My touch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
Set. 180.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On third down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off play action. Jones going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone. And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's track. Quick dash. Hurry. Hey, alert. 6-6, pull it high.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. Hey, alert 33. Hey, switch gears. Hurry. Lucky.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, I'm coming after you. Deuce. Check safety. Rush in. Hurry. Hey, alert.
And again this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. He was looking for Landry that time. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jones now. Off play action. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a handoff looking right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. He'll let it go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire this thing. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A 1st down and then some. 36 yards. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Flush to his right. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Run. Check. Check 3, check.
Point it right. Hurry!
No.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Switch it.
Second and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Hurry!
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Big Ed.
Protein spill! Hurry!
Mike spot 9.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert!
And to give this time to the tailback. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Check 52. Regular.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
King! Recon, 132 fighter. Real.
SOS. SOS.
Hurry, hurry!
Mike 55. Mike 55. You can't block me.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. He'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got daylight. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Mayfield to throw it. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just